Self-improvement is lame, boring, and very exhausting unless you're actually doing one of these steps. Even though it sounds like I'm clipping, but I'm not. It's actually starting your own business, because you starting your own business is like you creating something out of nowhere. Or for some people actually like doing exercise and stuff. For me, it's like, nah, that's the boring shit. Instead, what excites me is me actually doing the business. Even though I'm like gonna tell you later on on this channel. Not right now, but I honestly, if you don't have what's it called, a something like unique or special about your day, because we know that video games and sugar and you know what I'm talking about, right? Is that it's really bad. Everybody knows that. But it's really boring if you know that and you know that it's bad for you. You're not doing it. For me to talking to other people is like, nah, it's sort of boring, sort of, yeah. Because like, how to explain to you this? For me to speak to a people needs to be in the same value base, and since we the only ones who is in the level 2 doing even more things, we know what things like dopamine and video games is bad and all that stuff, like the water, cold water showers and all that, and meditation. It actually starts to get, we start like separating ourselves from those all type of people like who usually do this stuff, because we know if we hang out with winners, right, we actually become winners. But if we hang out with losers, we stay losers. So the good thing is, if you actually subscribe to this channel, right, and you didn't went to the comments and say, self-improvement is great, or you can do this and this and that, hit the subscribe button. You will see more content, and if you get mad, right, continue on watching the video, it might, might it might get into my head, maybe. But in reality, as we know, going to self-improvement is really, really lonely period of time. In this channel, I want you actually to connect with each other. Honestly, I want you guys to, whoever's watching this video, right, or whoever, go to the comments, start talking to people, so like that you actually can connect with people. Because honestly, being with this self-improvement is really, really lonely, especially if you cannot really relate with people who are around you. Because I was in this, like today, right, I was thinking of video idea, right, because I have a book of video ideas, but I didn't brought the book. Anyways, I was like, what type of video would I do? And I said, well, I don't know, because everything is boring. I don't. I have friends that they only watch Instagram reels and all that stuff. No offense for them. Like, honestly, like, they don't know about self improvement. But it's like that. The only thing I can really speak about is like how boring school is, and how I could actually become even more better if I actually was to just continue on with my business. And I said, you know what? That's a great idea to actually make about the video about how boring it is to actually be in self improvement. Because if I was in self improvement, I'll probably mostly likely hang out with friends like who watch Instagram and talk to them like, oh, did you saw this meme? Oh my god, that meme, like, oh, salute Hitler, something like that. I don't know. Or talk about like Crash of Clans and all that stuff. People who can relate know what I'm talking about, like the big game. And it's like, yeah, it's like, it's not. I keep saying like, my apologies, my guys. It's really, really boring since it becomes dull and nothing interesting. And the only hunger tasteful, testosterone increasing, and you know, man comes out of man, right? Sounds wrong. Man comes out of man. This being of energy when you actually try to conquer everything and destroy everything, like, oh, I'm gonna move this, I'm gonna do that, I'm gonna do this, I'm gonna speak to other people, I'm gonna do this other stuff. It's like hits a new world. Like literally, I was thinking about my business, how I'm gonna communicate with different people from different schools, right? So they can sell my products and actually do that stuff. Because think of, let me slow down. I'm like really speaking so much because I'm that excited. That's how much I actually it's cool to actually have, you know, that as part of your self improvement. Okay, okay. Most of the things that you have right now, like school, maybe you're in your job, maybe you are in some place that is deserted, you have an advantage no matter what. I call it the Justin theory. So what I say to people who are haters, right? Anything, is that I have the advantage on anything. It doesn't matter if you hurt me, it doesn't matter if you do something else, it doesn't matter if I even in the jail. Somehow that is my advantage. No matter what you do, or whatever you do, it's advantage. And I want you to have this advantage right now with me. Because think about it. If you think you're invincible, I'm not saying like you should go and run to the police and punch him and dodge some bullets, right? But what I'm saying is that no matter what you do right now, right, you will succeed. The only thing you had to have in your mind is I will keep repeating it over and over again and you will succeed. So literally what I'm saying is that sounds like re-advertising to myself, but I am, right? Is that actually subscribe to me and you will have the same energy. I'm not saying like this and that because let me explain you well. If you actually subscribe with me, you actually become more like me. And if you become more like me, even though there's a bunch of huge mess right here in my bedroom, right? Most likely I'm gonna sell it on Amazon, but it doesn't really matter right now. Is that you actually start becoming successful. If I become successful, you become successful. And if we are in a self improvement path and we can hold each other accountable, like, oh yeah, you're just like not doing this, you're not doing that, then it's okay. Like right now you can tell me, you have ojeras, right? Sleeping eye bags on my eyes, or you speaking so fast that I can not even understand you. Then I actually improve. And then you improve because you know that somebody with you is like you doing the self improvement, like keep saying like, for example, me, you can just like listen to this, watch this in your computer, like put it somewhere on top so you can see it while you're doing exercises. Like that's really really relatable. 1 2 3, you finish your set, done, everything is cool, but at least you know that somebody's with you on this journey. Because think about it, most people who are in self-improvement, right, are in this period of time, like I said earlier in the video, right? Like it's really lonely. And you actually watching this video, it helps you a lot. It helps you more than a lot. I also encourage you to subscribe to other YouTube channels who are in self improvement, so you can also get that same energy out of them. Because if you actually subscribe and you keep watching those videos, right? Not edited fast videos, right? But like this video, then you actually become more successful easily. Okay, right now I need to go to sleep. That's one of the tips I'm gonna give you in the next video. Well, so see ya guys.